So now I'm following the bands off his arm, okay? I'm excited because it just, I love it because I love to see, you know, this energy release and him just, you know, look at him. He's just, you know, he's chilling. He's just going deep inside of himself and just relaxing. He probably, you know, so the thing is this is what I said to somebody on my YouTube channel. They're like, oh, I really like what you do. My wife looked at it and goes, I'd never go there. I'd say, well, you know what? There's thousands and thousands of people that your wife could go to, and there's hardly anybody that does this. So yes, there's plenty of people that can do massage for red lights, you know, for them, but there's hardly anybody that does this properly. Yeah. So when you get somebody that can do this properly, will everybody want it? No. But there's going to be a market of people that absolutely want this and can never get it anywhere. Okay, so that's the market that we want.
Sending a couple of your YouTube videos to a potential client has been really good.
Oh yeah.
So I tried to describe it. Just watch this. It's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And see what you think.
Yeah.
And then come back to me if you're interested.
Yeah, if you're interested. Yeah.
Can I just add something? So you've just hit I just want to add one thing on to everything that people have been saying today, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget, all of you, decide what type of therapist you want to be, decide what it is you want to offer, and then discuss it and describe it and write about it and sell it. So you're never going to end up with a situation where the client comes for the dolphin massage and the fluffy towels if that's not what you offer.
That's right.
And if lots of people are coming for that, then take responsibility for mis-selling what it is that you do, right? Be clear about who you are, right? Show them who you are.
Yeah.
Be clear about what it is that you bloody do. Yeah. Write about it. Be clear about what you don't do.
Yeah.
Write about the people you want to help. If you don't have your own video, show mine, show Brandon's, so they can understand what it is. That
what is
you
Raynor
do.
Naturopathic Massage?
Yes.
See, I put that word naturopathic in there for a reason. The reason is that people have to think. Oh, I know what massage is. I know.
Massage, and they're like, oh yeah.
But what's Raynor Naturopathic?
Yeah.
Here's what Raynor Naturopathic Massage is. We are all about finding and getting rid of chronic residual tension. Okay, that's the goal of Raynor Naturopathic Massage. We draw techniques from Eastern and Western. We look at the body's energy flow. Some people hold, you know, tightness from all sorts of reasons.
I'll explain it. I'll show it to you. You'll probably laugh, but you can tell me where to put.
Well, you can feel free to take stuff from my website. It's not like, you know.
I did really. I went through and kind of adapted and stuff. But,
I think therapeutic is a good word as well.
Yeah.
That sort of says, you know, it's a treatment.
But by using the word Raynor too, you're also saying it's a specific thing.
Yeah.
Right? And this is what it is.
Yeah. I rebalance a Raynor massage therapy.
Yeah. So then people have to go, well, what is Raynor? And here's what, and then have a good, like you say, have either a video, people like videos these days, you know, or, well, the thing is that people get to know you.
Yeah, I know.
Right? But be more confident.
Yeah.
You need to be more confident.
The therapeutic word is interesting for me because I guess I'm not so sure I want to be dealing with people who come for therapy for frozen shoulders and slip discs and bad backs. I'd rather work with like healthy people to unlock that tension, you know. So I'm kind of got concerns about the therapeutic word. I know what you mean in there, but I don't know to what extent you guys get clients coming.
I love working with
remedial
frozen
for a
shoulders.
physical injury.
But Dave's right, if you set your intention, the way
Yeah,
you're
that's
writing,
what I
Yeah.
need
what
to
you're
do.
offering, you'll attract those people that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
set
They might
intention
put
to.
through the door because of that thing that's hurting them now.
Yeah.
But when you do the treatment and you educate them, they'll probably eradicate their whole body surgery, not just when they're hurting.
Yeah.
I would also say, Ty, maybe as a balance, try and just reframe your mind. Try and work out what your fear of that is as well. Because don't forget, you're not there to fix a slip disc, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're there to get help and get rid of their tension. So people that have got slip discs have also got tension in their bodies. So don't be too, you know, if it's either a red light, they're either medically safe to be massaged. If you've got any doubt whatsoever, don't treat them, get them to speak to a doctor.
Yeah.
If the doctor says they're fine to have massage, then...
No, I take that. It's more like if somebody's just coming because they want to get fixed for one malady, I'm not as interested as if they're coming to work with that underlying tension and
Of course.
soul stuff.
Yeah, but...
Re-educate because everything's connected. So even if they've got a frozen shoulder, that could be emotional, it could be
Yeah.
somewhere else in their body. So
Frozen shoulders
you're
are
finding
almost
the
always
tension.
from the hands.
Yeah.
But they can be from the foot joining up through here, but most of the tension is here, which is coming from the hand.
Yeah.
So, but again, green light. Are they a green light? If I explain, if somebody's got a frozen shoulder and I go to them, oh, and then, oh yeah, can you feel this? Can you feel, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I go, well, that's coming from here. And if they go, oh, cool, then great, I'm willing to work on it. If they go, oh no, just work on here, then I'm not willing for them to tell me how to work because I could cause bad pain, then they could blame me for it.
Yeah.
Right? So I like working on frozen shoulders that are green lights.
Yeah, yes.
And that are willing to kind of go, yeah, this is the way we're going to do it. Stop trying to control the treatment. Let me do
That's
it.
the
Just shut up and
difference.
breathe. You know?
It's the frozen shoulder who's a green
Yeah.
light. That's the difference.
But I had
Yeah.
a phone call this morning where we were here, and you booked in, and I explained to the lady, but just so you understand, because she said I got a bad back, so upper or lower, oh, just it hurts, okay. Just so you understand, I'm not the one treating everything. I diagnose you, we have a treatment plan, it's not going to go in one session.
This is letting go nicely now.
Yeah.
Just needed that bit of gentle persuasion.
Explain, it won't.
Yeah, and that's what we do now. I think I've got 3 months now.
So again, just holding bits of the bands that are tight, seeing if they're going to let go. You know, I feel like I got, oh, that was cool. A good chunk of tension out of his fingers, but not completely. So I'm not expecting a complete release, but I'm expecting significant release because I got significant. And again, I'm just pulling that arm slightly, giving it a little, and then holding there and letting him breathe into that. So he was quite sensitive in there before. And continuing. And then going to bring his arm up. So it's relatively simple once you've done the fingers. It's just coming up on the bands, holding them, moving them, rubbing them over, then moving the joints into, so I want to move the shoulder, bring it into a full range of motion if I can, seeing where he's still tight, seeing what's holding on, but not going hell for leather because I know I haven't fully released his fingers. Partial release of the fingers. But that partial release is gonna, yeah. See, this feels good now, whereas it wouldn't have felt good before. It would have felt like it's bad pain. Okay, and even in here where he's really, there's something really going on in here. And again, just going slow. Going what? Yeah, that'll go into here. Yeah. But there's 2 bands that feel quite tight here. And those are, again, from those middle fingers. And this just feels like it's been tight for a long time. And so we'll just see what we can do for that. And if he tightens up against me, I just stop and wait for him to breathe. I could come in and just do a bit of, and just get him focusing on his breath. Because I am working him kind of close to his threshold there. Okay, and I can just be a little bit more patient and come back down. And just get this elbow kind of moving a little bit looser. Another little click of the wrist. Holding these pressure points here while stretching his hand because they're still a bit charged. I'm just coming down again and seeing if I can get a little bit more out. And I can feel some stuff holding in here because if you remember, I just did a very quick job of his little finger, and that's showing. It's still feeling like it's a bit tight. So there we go. Okay. Time to come back to that. So now in my mind, I just set the goal, because it's been a long time, I'm not going to try and do, you know, his other hand or his foot. This is enough for one treatment once I get this done. I just want to do a good job while I'm here, and then I'll get him to come back for another one. It's good to do a bit of if he prefers having his arm up in the air, just follow him a bit, you know? Well, as long as he breathes.
Most of his body's been leaving the table for the last half hour.
I'm just holding that, trying to work it at about an 8 or 9. How's that, Dave?
It's about an 8 or 9.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can see I didn't do a thorough job there. So that's the upper little finger band here. We're just working along there. And that was what was still keeping his arm quite tight in here. We'll just let him breathe. And then we just gently caress up through here. And this whole shoulder now is starting to feel way better. Whole thing's starting to let go. So I'm quite happy about that. I'm sure Dave's going to be quite happy about that. Yeah, it's like good pain should be just a temporary feeling of awareness where you're tight, and then it should let go. Bad pain is where you're bringing awareness to somewhere and you're not letting it go, or you're hurting it in some way, right? So a person gradually starts, it's not like you love good pain, but you appreciate the fact that it's releasing, right?
Yeah, you know it's doing
You know it's doing good, okay? And that's just a sign of a green light. But the great thing is, say I did 12 hours on Dave, right? My 12-hour run, you know, maybe a couple weeks, like do his, after 2 weeks, 6 hours a week for 2 weeks, he's gonna start to feel so much better. I can get in way deeper without it hurting. After I do my second session, he's just gonna be going, are you going as deep as you were before? I'm going, oh, I'm going 5 times harder, it doesn't hurt. Follow up what I've done, okay? But even before we do that, do you guys want to feel the side of his neck on this side compared to this side?